All right, here goes the first fight for Michael Morales. But first things first, what did y'all guys have on y'all plates for Thanksgiving? It's one of my favorite holidays personally. I'm an avid food lover. You know, I love food. I mean, who doesn't? But this is definitely one of my favorite holidays for sure. Let me know what you guys be eating on Thanksgiving, man. It's different for everyone. It's pretty cool to see how different families make different things, you know. One of my favorite things is mac and cheesy. It's a recipe from Terry Crews, like where he puts I think like sour cream, cottage cheese, like in the mac and cheese. It just comes out really good. And can't forget benin. It's like a Puerto Rican Spanish version of like pork. It's very very good. You guys should definitely look it up and try it next year. And maybe add it to your table next year. But yeah, when I was using Michael Morales, he feels very very smooth. Like his 1-2s flow out really well because of laser focus and the move levels. But Matt Hughes does have quite a bit of punching power, I believe so. I haven't used him in a while, as our opponent gets a trip on us. But to take away that power, you know, I usually start chopping the base. I chop the leg a bit, and what it also does is he gets less GA for his takedown. So the more the leg gets chopped, he is going to struggle to take me down because he's gonna have less GA. So I'm gonna have a bigger time to deny his takedowns. And he's a wrestler for the most part, so killing his power and his ability to get set takedowns is definitely going to help out a lot. So we're definitely going to be looking to do that. There's going to be certain fights, guys, where you're not going to be able to use your calf kicks or, you know, but when you're at range and you find those opportunities to use them, definitely use them. But from what I felt, Michael Morales feels great. See, I denied that turning takedown because all I did was hold L2 and R2, and I saw Matt Hughes' head and body kind of go away from my camera, and that means you deny up. If Matt Hughes was to turn his head towards the camera where you could see his face, that's low block, obviously, L2 and R2, and then you hold down on the stick. You cannot pre-deny these for the most part, not that I know of, so you have to react to the turnings, the turning takedowns. I see he's definitely trying to get it to the floor. So, you know, we're going to keep it standing for the most part. He does get the clinch takedown. But we are going to return to the feet. That's mainly what you want to do with Michael Morales. Yeah, the past month, the stamina problems, it seems like it was an accident on EA's part because with this new update, it feels just like it did the month prior to last month's patch. So feels good that I could take my time again because you know the stamina they didn't apply what they did 2 patches ago to the last patch. So if you guys felt a little bit weird, maybe like if you're a casual player you might not notice, but definitely if you play ranked you'll notice that like you're able to throw a lot more in last patch. I'm glad that was a accident because that was the last thing stamina needed. You know, we found a pretty good balance. So the way it feels right now in this update is like how they should leave it. I'm able to gas people out very quickly. But yeah, it feels really good that I had to look at the cardio stat and really pay attention. But look at that. We get the rock from the lead body kick. Gonna knee up his body a little bit, killing his cardio. See how Matt Hughes' head was pointed towards the camera for a second? That means it was a down turning takedown. So you would hold low block and point your stick down. Yeah, sometimes people can struggle with the turn takedowns. Sometimes it could be ping in the match. So, you know, don't be too hard on yourselves and take some practice. So, you know, maybe face a friend and have them shoot a whole bunch of takedowns. That could definitely help you out. I didn't have friends at the time when I was learning grappling, so I would just learn from whoever I faced, either in quick fight or ranked. Look at that. I believe he's trying to clinch us and we just drop him. On to the next one, we got Nate Diaz. I always say knowing the fighter you're going against always helps, you know, on top of knowing yours. Because one thing we know is infamously weak on Nate Diaz, well, of course, his power, but like, it's his leg health. and he cuts very easily. So yeah, this guy just didn't really have great defense. So yeah, we're just walking through him. I'm also noticing with the update too that health is not recovering as fast as usual, which is a good thing. I'm all for it. What that's gonna do is make sure people, if they get hit with a bad exchange, like if you lose an exchange in the pocket, it's gonna take a good player to realize, okay, I gotta step back, I gotta let myself recover. Right now, we're just reading him out because MVP has a lot of tools and he's very long for the welterweight division. So we're definitely gonna be looking to see what he's gonna throw. He has spinning body kicks, a whole bunch of stuff, so it's not gonna go too wild. Yeah, but you see, like, look at his head health. It's not recovering as fast. Yeah, ours is getting a little bit low as well. I'm gonna kick the calf. That's gonna minimize his power. And like I said, it also takes away the footwork a little bit. Yeah, surprisingly, he takes us down with Michael Venom Page. So we can deny the stack guard, I believe he attempted, and we're gonna put him in the triangle choke. Okay, see, right here, guys, I held L2, and I went down, and I turned it into an armbar. This basically gives you the strongest armbar in the game, as far as in, like, with submissions, they have entry levels. That's gonna be like a 10 right there. So basically, I'm pretty sure it does more damage, and it's also really hard to raise out of. You can also do that submission or chain submission from the Kimura. If you hold L2 from the Kimura and point down, you could turn it into an armbar as well. So I think that is pretty cool. Another one you can do is if your fighter has the Von Flute choke, you could enter in the Von Flute, deny your opponent, or if he's not moving, hold L2 and go down and put him in the strongest arm triangle you can. And that's out of the Von Flute. So chaining those submissions like that make them a lot stronger and way harder to race out of. So if you guys have like the same stamina and they try to race one of those submissions I just mentioned or the one I did, it's going to be extremely, extremely impossible for the most part to get out of there alive or without getting that submission locked in. So hopefully that tip helps you guys out. Yeah, as we knock out Venom Page right here. On to the next Nirvana. We got Prime Nate Diaz, so it's nothing to laugh at. I mean, the dude has like 98 chin. I'm pretty sure it's like 100 cardio. He definitely, especially with the update, and it kind of brought it back to how stamina was uh, 2 patches ago. Cardio is definitely important. So one thing I know is I'm not gonna go too crazy on volume. As long as I'm landing, I will, but I'm not gonna force it because you don't want to go into a cardio war with Nate Diaz. It's the last thing you want to do. So we're going to keep the body a bit. Just trying to get a read on what he wants to do. But yeah, this is nothing to incorporate into your game. Don't move your head around while you're blocking. Hardly at all, because just try to get reads and just use your block just standing straight. Because the more you're like slipping and weaving while you're blocking, and they're hitting you at times, it's gonna do so much more damage to your block a lot faster. I wish I knew that. It sounds like common sense, but I was like, even I didn't realize I was doing that too much. So hopefully you guys could use that tip and definitely survive a lot longer, block health wise. I also found it that look at that, it's a lot easier to do my head movement counters now that I'm not like moving my, because if you're moving your head around while blocking, your head movement's a lot slower. So I block like that, and I'll just see if I can find a way for a head movement counter. That's not the only thing you could do while you're blocking. You can also find room to intercept. So if they're taking long with a rear hook in a combo, let's say, you could come out with a cross. A cross has a lot of stopping power in this game, so it'll usually kind of take them out of their punches for the most part. Yeah, I was trying to throw a front kick to the face, but it just kept throwing that. Yeah, but look at this. We already got him cut, so that hook is going to do more damage because that cut is on his left eye. And we're just We're just attacking that body, taking our time. Like I said, guys, the more people taunt, you're just taking them out their game, and they're just uncomfortable. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't. Yeah, we counter with the elbow. Another T. We're just taking our time with it. Look at that. We end up pulling his counter. Look at that. Getting that crane kick finish. Getting that ground and pound, and that's all she wrote. Hope you guys tune into the next one. Much appreciated.